morning. It is day
Good morning.
17.
Is it? Holy crap.
Yes, it is. We camped at the Third Gate Water Cache last night, mile 91.2. Just because we weren't feeling so great when we got here. Corey's been having back problems and was super tired, and I was having a gurgly, rumbly stomach. So we literally set up camp. We didn't even go to the cache. We literally just set up camp, and then like as soon as my bed was set up, I just like dove into it. At about 4:30, and I sat up just long enough to shove some food in my face, which was actually vegetable tikka masala, with added olive oil, and call my mom and say hi to her and update her on what's been going on. And then I laid back down and pretty much laid there and slept on and off all night long until this morning. So apparently I just like needed some rest. There was no further stomach issues. So I think it's just all the physical stress and the really crap food. And maybe just needing to rest a bit more, because I made it through the night without any issues and I'm actually feeling all right. I feel like I need to eat and I feel like I need to drink some water, but otherwise I'm actually feeling all right. Last couple of days, I think I have allergies down here in California, so last couple of days I've been like blowing my nose a lot, and I have like a bunch of gunk in like the back of my throat, and it's imitating a sore throat, but it's not actually a sore throat. And once I drink some water and clear my throat out a bit, it stops hurting. So I think that's added fun as well. Yeah, but Corey's feeling a bit better. I worked on his back today, like this morning, and we're gonna tape it up a little bit. The plan is to go about 10.4 miles to a campsite that's just past water and just past the 100-mile mark. So it's about 8:15, 8:20ish. Corey is gonna go grab us water from the cache, and I'm gonna start packing up the tent, and the goal is to be out of here by roughly around 9 a.m. so that we just have a good solid day of hiking. And hopefully bust out those 10 miles without any further incident. And then we will roll into town tomorrow after about an 8-ish mile hike, which would be super nice. Eagle Rock is going to be in our future tomorrow, and then town, Warner Springs. So we're super excited about that. There are mosquito eaters everywhere, and they're just like, they were smaller, more south, and the further north we get, the bigger they get. We're starting to see some pretty massive mosquito eaters, crane flies, mosquito hawks, whatever you call them.
I need to pull my bag over.
Okay. So that's kind of our plan, and we're thinking a 0 in Warner Springs. Not just because we're feeling tired, but also we're getting a lot of reports of heavy snow not far from us, like 70, 80 miles from us. So in the next week, very heavy snow to the point where they're recommending crampons, not just micro spikes, in the desert, and not just up on San Jacinto, but like down into Idlewild and stuff. So yeah, like getting into snow is good practice for the Sierras, But at the same time, like, if we go slow enough to let it all melt off ahead of us, we won't complain about that. So we're thinking of not slowing down at all, but just enjoying our time, taking zeros, keeping up the pace we've been keeping up to let some of that snow burn off. And it's April 4th, so that snow should be, you know, it's just getting warmer out here, so hopefully it will.
It shouldn't be up on here.
Morning activities. But yeah, so that snow should be burning off rather quickly, so we're hoping that if there's snow by the time we cover the next 70 to 80 miles, it won't be heavy snow and it won't be scary snow. People are talking about like full-on snowshoots and having to find the trail and all of that. And as fun as that sounds, I'd rather almost leave that to right around the Sierras and Washington, just because we're still getting into the thru-hiking life. And yeah, heavy snow. We'll see. If we hit snow, we hit snow. We have our crampons and a bounce box, so we can just grab them if we need to, or our micro spikes, so we can just grab them if we need to. If we really need my mom to send down our ice axes early, okay, then we can, but we'd rather not have to do that if we don't have to. So yeah, that's pretty much the morning update on what's going on in our heads this morning. Corey's off to grab water, so I'm going to put this down and get packing up for the day. I'll check in on trail. All right, so we're just getting packed up for the morning. I hear Corey out here talking to someone, and I come around the corner and I see her going, "Are you Chelsea?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "We're the Liverpool hikers." So they've been following my videos and I've been looking at their channels. So just wanted to say hi to you guys on the vlog. And thank you so much for watching along. And it's awesome to meet you guys out here.
No problem.
So yeah.
Hello, Mrs. Natok and Mrs. Natok.
So we are just hanging out. Our first break of the day. It's about 12:20ish. We've been keeping a good pace. We're a few miles into our day and we didn't start hiking until about 10:30.
And we haven't had to stop.
We haven't been stopping really. One or two like 30-second breaks to down some water, and then we've just been climbing and climbing. We're like either there's some dispute apparently. It's 1.4 or 1.7.
We've gone 3.4 and so you'll find out.
Either way, we have less than 2 miles until the high point of our climb today, and then it's just all downhill.
1.3 to go.
1.3 to go.
The high point. And 100 feet up.
Yeah, so 1.3 with 100 feet.
Probably lunch in 2.1 miles.
So we're doing good today, and that's like half our day. We'll do 5 up and then 5 down and then camp right after the 100-mile mark, and that'll be about 10 miles for us today. And we're both actually, we needed the rest. We're both feeling much, much better today. I had a moment or two where I was like, is my stomach stuff coming back? But I don't think so. And I did realize that I had brought a bunch of my like really nice probiotics
with us, but I ran out like 3 or 4 days ago. So that, with the crappy food, I'm pretty sure that that's what my issue was, is my stomach's just having a hard time adjusting. But we're feeling pretty good today. Keeping a decent pace. I think we actually passed someone today, and that doesn't happen. So most time people are passing us. We don't really pass people. So yeah, so we're keeping a good pace and we're both feeling pretty well. I just think that we needed that break. And I'm really happy that we listened to our bodies and just kind of allowed ourselves to take that time, because I think we really needed it. So I haven't been doing a whole lot of videoing today, and I today and tomorrow are probably going to be mushed into one video, because I won't be taking too much footage. And the reason for that is Corey and I both didn't really get to fill up our power banks in Julian very well. I only was able to do 50% and 1 phone charge, and Corey was not much better. And so he and I both are running out of power. My phone is at about 60% power right now, and that's it. I don't have anything in my bank anymore. So we're probably going to run out before we hit the community center in Warner Springs. And we're also running out of TP, which is great. For some reason, just Julian didn't work out for us very well, as even though we took 2 zeros, like, we weren't able to find a place to just sit and charge up, because we were tenting at the the Stagecoach RV. We just didn't have overnight access to outlets. And yeah, so it was a funky kind of resupply where we just didn't quite get everything we needed. But we're gonna hit that 10-mile mark today, and then it's just 8 miles downhill to Warner Springs tomorrow. So I'm gonna conserve power, get as much footage as I can, but conserve power. I'm not gonna edit any videos or listen to any music or anything. And hopefully it'll make it until we roll into Warner Springs. And then we're gonna stay there and charge everything up and completely resupply. And they have like a gear place. It's like a van there, and so I'm gonna pick up a couple of things that we need, and I think we're arranging to exchange our tent. We're gonna send our tent back to Big Agnes for replacement or repairs, we'll see, and we're gonna have family send us our REI like half dome. So we'll see if we go back to Big Agnes. I'm pretty disappointed in our Copper Spur UL2. It's just not, we're being pretty nice with it, but the moment we set it up for the very first time, not on this trip, but a previous trip, it was already broken. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. So we have a lot of business we're going to be doing in Warner Springs, but if you don't see a lot of day 17 or day 18, it's because I ran out of juice. So, alright, I will probably check in a little bit later.
So who made it then?
A cave dweller.
Cave dweller.
We started super late today. Yesterday we just felt horrible, so we only did a few miles and spent like 15 hours in the tent and got up really late. But it's still cool enough, early enough, that it hasn't been a bad time to just be out whenever.
Alright, so we have just been trucking for the last several miles. We got passed by this couple, and then immediately afterwards we were coming up along this ridge, and immediately after one of the fighter jets
An F-18 for those who are curious.
flew over our heads again and scared the crap out of me. Again, like I actually ducked down. It was ridiculous.
I saw it coming again.
And
Like a cat.
this couple, they're from New Zealand, and they actually, he had some statements to make about how our military flies over these areas. And so we spent the last several miles, last couple hours, just talking with this couple, Renee and Anna, from New Zealand. And it was just nice to get to know them and hear about New Zealand and the the Te Aroa. I'm sure I'm butchering that.
Raw. Something like that.
But it was just kind of nice to, you know, chat with them and talk while we're hiking, and the miles kind of just fell away. But we are at like 97 point something. 0.4. So we're definitely hitting the 10-mile mark today, and maybe go past it.
We're gonna hit lunch and hit that 100-mile mark and keep going.
Yeah, and we might, we're gonna hit the 100-mile mark, and we might do more than 10 miles today. We're both actually feeling really good. I think that short day yesterday and that rest time was sorely
Having a more
needed.
appropriate amount of water on us.
Yeah, I think it was just sorely needed, and so, because we're both feeling really good, we got through the climb really easily today, and now we're just pounding out some miles, and it's really awesome. Good. It feels good to not hurt and feel so exhausted while doing some decent mileage. You know, climbing up towards actual thru-hiker mileage. But yeah, so we're almost to the 100-mile mark, and we'll be doing some lunch and maybe even going past that. So I'll check in later. Woohoo! 100!
Yes, indeed.
Still in the desert. We passed the 100-mile mark and are heading down towards water, and then a little bit further will be camp. We can hear a road, so definitely getting towards civilization again. Ooh, sorry for all the movement. But we've seen some of these trees in the distance and little ravines and stuff, but like, this looks like home in winter. That's pretty crazy. We rolled into camp, and a couple of people we were hiking with earlier today walked up and said, "Hey, you want a beer?" Apparently someone came through with some trail magic. So to celebrate 100 miles, yeah. Alright, so we're in camp. We were actually planning on getting to the water source and then hiking another 0.5 to the next camp spot. But
Especially because we didn't know there were camp spots here.
But when we got here, there was just a bunch of people that we had hiked with or had met previously. We were given, Corey had a Coke and I was given a beer, so there was some trail magic and just a lot of cool people, and so we decided to just set up camp here. We did our 10 miles for the day, which feels nice, and we're actually both feeling pretty good. My feet are a little sore, but today was just a fantastic day. We were both feeling great. The terrain was really very nice. And so we're pretty happy with the day, and we have about 8 miles into Warner Springs tomorrow. So we're looking forward to getting into town, getting some
Eagle
real
Rock
food.
in the morning.
We're gonna have Eagle Rock in the morning. I think that's only 5 miles away. I'm really excited about that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the night. I'm gonna try to get as much footage tomorrow as I can, but my battery is dying, so we'll see. Either way, I hope you're all having a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.